blitz, pass it. Got it on smash, put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set. 19. Check 59.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Watson going to give this one to Miller, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Watson now to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
Houston.
Set. 19. Check 59.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Buying time to his left. And this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You you got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Steps away to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Daddy, go 80. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
On 1st down, Freeman. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, 37 yards, and the Falcons are in for 6.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
That's fielded in the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll make the score 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Watson. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
Set. 19. 54. 154. Hey, pick your game up.
They'll run on 1st down. Miller. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. Third down here.
Michael, this is it. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. They're going for it. It's Watson sliding out of the pocket. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on offense. Let's go.
On second down, it's Freeman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. The business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
At the 13-yard line.
280. Check 41. Here we go. 41, Mike. 41.
On second and 11 now. Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown run, and the Falcons will extend their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
We're set. 59. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Time to go.
Now a first down throw. Watson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
You got nothing. Time to go.
Throwing again is Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. He hurdles him.
Should get a gold medal for that one.
And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. 55 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, and now out comes Houston. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. To throw again. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
You can't block me. You can't 55.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier play.